She had this fantastic mane of red hair, and it really fit her because she was fiery.
She was a people person. She just loved engaging with everybody she met. And I went from being Kevin to being known as Monica's brother all of a sudden. And that's pretty much how it went. She had a remarkable way of making friends. She was everyone's best friend, and legitimately, she was a wonderful friend.
So Monica and I first met our senior year in college, and so we just kind of like met one day out at a party, and I said, "Hey, I think you know my roommate. Actually, I think you know two of my roommates." And so she had this quality of being able to open you up in a way that it's other people don't really have that ability to do. We were just sort of inseparable, from then on. Monica was diagnosed in July of 2017.
Up until, her diagnosis, if you would have asked her or asked me, frankly, or anybody in our family, oh, how bad is it to get breast cancer? You would think your reaction would be like, oh, it's not good, but if you catch it early, within the course of a week, it went from just being something that we could operate on, right, and treat with a little radiation to, recognizing that it had already spread, and then from there, recognizing that that's a terminal diagnosis, that there are 40,000 people dying every year, 130 people every day. And so she was trying to get comfortable with this idea of, those numbers aren't too good, right? Life expectancy is 3 to 5 years. And then wanting to scream at the top of your lungs or her lungs, this is not okay. Because as she started meeting people, she started realizing, oh my gosh, there are so many of us, right? There's this entire legions of men and women who have this diagnosis, and it's kind of invisible. It's not about fighting and being victorious. It's about figuring out how to survive and how to be scrappy enough to seek every treatment, every clinical trial opportunity, and recognize that it's still likely not to be enough. And I think that really lit a fire for her.
About the 2018 Be Bold and Behold Gala, I remember it came up very fast. I think I want to do a gala. So okay, we'll raise some money. I think I want to do a gala soon. So okay, I think I want to do a gala in 3 months. It's okay, let's do it. Monica basically put it together in a span of 2 or 3 months. She was just very motivated to make it happen.
In 2018, we raised $100,000. Year 2 had to be bigger. It had to be, bolder.
With the second gala, Monica wasn't even sure that she was going to put on a second gala. After meeting with some of her Met sisters down in DC at the Stampede, they actually encouraged her to put on that gala.
Now, in addition to educating everyone about metastatic breast cancer and the need for research, she was also celebrating these people that were just like her, dealing with this diagnosis, this reality, and at the same time, celebrating these wonderfully amazing people themselves for who they are.
Our honorees in 2019 were Chris Fierro, Tiffany Faust, Tammy Bowling, Kate Petrides, and Monica. We made her include herself. She didn't want to. But so you had these 5 women literally living and struggling with MBC, who all showed up in this incredible way. And then sadly, right, we lost Tiffany within weeks. And then nobody would have bet, right, $1 million. But Monica, we lost not even 2 months later, right? And then Chris, we lost in October. I would say for a long time we weren't sure, right, that we would do another event. And I think we were really in the midst of our grief. Dominique Chiano, who's a dear friend of Monica's and who played like a critical role in the previous two galas, came to us and said that it was really important to her. Like, she really wanted to do another event. She really wanted to raise enough money for a translational research grant. We were fortunate to identify 3 honorees. We recognized Jenny Byram, we recognized Jasmine Clark, and we recognized Trish Russo.
In 2019, we raised $150,000. And in 2020, we raised over $165,000.
Again, the reality of this disease, raised its ugly head. We lost Jenny and Jasmine within the year from their disease. And if you saw the pictures from the gala, right, as if you had seen the pictures of Monica the year before, you would not have thought they were dying. But that's the reality of NBC.
Yeah, so after the 2020 gala, COVID started to emerge, around the country, around the world, and it became more and more obvious that in-person events were not going to be a thing. So let's lean in, let's go all in on the virtual event. That's what we're all doing this year. We're all working from home, so let's have a gala from home.
It was important to have the gala this year if enough of us continue to cherish life and show it by spending our money to fund research. Perhaps others can be spared that same loss. It's what Monica would have done. She was fighting for her life and for the lives of others, but she was also making it accessible for us to do something about it, for the people who care to do something about it.